Thank you. I'm Brian Howlett, the CEO of Dundee Sustainable Technologies. And since I've been here for about 2 days, I'm going to work with my staff to change the company's name to Dundee Clean Metals Corporation to more accurately describe what we do. And some of you might wonder what a mining company is doing at a climate change summit. Well, we've developed a technology that replaces cyanide in the extraction of gold and copper. And we use a chlorine-based solution, which is about a 2% bleach compared to your home, which is 10% bleach. So it's very safe. It all happens within a facility, and we reduce water use by 80%. Our treatment process is a hydrometallurgical process. It's done at ambient temperature and ambient pressure. So we're reducing the carbon that we use in the production of gold and silver and copper. It's one of the things that's really timely. There's news out in Colombia that a tailings dam broke, and it's threatening the homes of 120,000 people downriver from where the mine site is. And we would never have that problem because everything happens within a facility. We have no kind of wet tailings, so to speak. We have no tailings dams, which tend to really threaten the environment. We also have a lower OPEX because we're using less carbon-based fuels to run our process. And we're also being approached by interest groups in places like Peru, where you've got artisanal miners using mercury as an amalgam to extract gold. And these end up polluting rivers and streams. Our process actually traps the mercury and doesn't allow it back into the environment. It has to go to a contained facility, but it's not out in the environment. So we're a little bit different than what most people are offering here, but we're here to try to find some kind of structured finance product to allow us to work with these governments who really don't have the funds to help you develop your own product, your own facilities. And that's about what I can say. I can also tell you we've been at this for about 10 years. We're just in the commercialization stages of it. In 2015, we received an award in Canada called the Environmental Stewardship Award for the cleanliness and the efficacy of our process. And along the way, we've probably invested about $35 million, and about 12 of that's come from Canadian and Quebec governments. Any questions? What's that? Oh, he's asking me a question. We have a second technology, which I kind of, since I've been here, changed my pitch. But we also have a technology that deals with arsenic. Arsenic is a byproduct of many gold mines today as we look at producing more difficult ores. They're called refractory ores. And arsenic becomes a contaminant in the environment. The biggest arsenic problem in the world exists in Yellowknife and Northwest Territories in Canada, where over the last 50 years they've buried arsenic in the ground. Well, what we do is we turn the arsenic into a glass product, so we're recycling glass. One of the things I'm investigating is our product more carbon effective than the other processes to deal with arsenic. What I do know for a fact is over geologic time, this glass will last, and this is enough arsenic in this glass to kill me if I were to play with it for very long, but I carry it around with me everywhere to show people what we do and really understand kind of the efficacy of our process. After this conference, I'm heading to Namibia, where we're going to commission our first plant for arsenic, hopefully by the end of this year. It's being built right now at our plant in Thetford Mines, and thank you very much.
We have time for a couple of quick questions, so I might ask one myself. So there's a lot of instances and issues over the last 50, 100 years about tailings dams from these kinds of mines. So it sounds like a really interesting technology. Have you had much interest from the mining industry itself?
Really, we just finished about 9 months ago our demonstration. We built a facility in Thetford Mines, Quebec, and we've just finished and we've published our first report. We've been dealing with a couple of major gold companies. Right now, I'll be honest, there's more interest on the arsenic side. That's a little more timely. It's more of a bolt-on than replacing a cyanide plant. So the big interest from the gold companies and the copper companies is going to come when they have a new mine to be built. trying to displace a current operating mine is a challenge. Okay, the other thing I can tell you, again, in terms of, we really look at water usage. Our process, if you're close to the ocean, we can use seawater. It's actually more effective than using potable water. So again, so many environmental benefits of what we do, and again, we're just at the beginnings of commercializing what we do.
Chlorine is also can be quite a nasty substance. Can you explain a little bit about how you deal with the chlorine?
Yeah, well, as I said, we use chlorine, but it's actually called sodium hypochlorite. So it's about a 2% chlorine. It remains within the plant. Your household bleach that you're pouring into your washer is 10%. So it's a very benign product. I asked one of my chief engineers, I said, what happens if we have a spill from our plant and chlorine goes down the sewer? He goes, well, you'll have a clean sewer. It's really not harmful to the environment.
All right, thank you very much
Thank
for your
you.
time. Please join me in thanking